Bonjour, bonsoir Rémi. Alors, voici le résumé de ce que nous avions fait aujourd'hui, il y a quelques minutes. Et donc, on avait fait Say it with a French accent, c'est la page 8. Alors, essaye, try to see if you can, this can work. And you can listen to the audio file at work and at home. So, you don't know the city, you're supposed to meet somebody at a cafe, and well, obviously you don't have a map, you don't have a cell phone, and you see somebody with a map of the city and a cell phone, and you would like to use this person's cell phone and map, but you don't know how to approach this person. So, who is you? Formal. Le monsieur, the sir. Excusez-moi, monsieur, mais je suis un peu perdu, a bit lost. Et je cherche le café La Boussole. La Boussole means the compass. Est-ce que vous le connaissez? Do you know it? You notice that, do you know it? It is after the verb in English and its pronoun is before the verb in French. Non, je suis désolé, no, I'm sorry. Est-ce que ça vous dérangerait si je regarde votre carte une petite minute, s'il vous plaît? Would you mind? Remember this expression. Would you mind if I look at your map for a short minute, please? Non, bien sûr. No, of course. Je vous en prie. Here you go. Please, take it. Merci, thank you. Aussi, also. Est-ce que je pourrais utiliser votre téléphone 2 petites secondes pour appeler mon ami qui m'attend? So, could I use your phone for 2 seconds to call my friend who is waiting for me? Allez-y, allez-y, go ahead. Merci beaucoup, monsieur, c'est très gentil. So, practice. So, thank you a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks very much, sir. That's very kind. Gentil. I don't say gentille, because that's going to sound like a feminine form. Double L-E. But here I just say gentil. Practice this dialogue, the audio file, and this is a way to reapply the different expressions and vocabulary, and to avoid to have separate vocabulary and separate expressions, because it's hard to memorize like that. Okay, now let's go there, up, and I'll just go back up. So those are different videos. I can send you an email and to make sure you have them all. Combien d'heures tu travailles par jour? Combien? How many? How much? It depends what we are talking about right after. How many hours do you work per day? Je travaille 8 heures par jour. Je travaille 8 heures par jour. So, this tiny guy, du, can mean a lot of stuff. It depends the verb, it depends what comes after. So here if I say je suis du nord de la France, I am from the north of France. North. I am from the north of France. It's not a literal translation because I want to make sense in English. Either we can have du, which is a contraction of de le. Je suis du sud. Je suis du nord. Okay. Je suis de l'État. D-I, l'apostrophe. Je suis de l'État de Washington. I'm from the state of Washington. Why an apostrophe? Because we have an E here. So, I can say je suis du nord, je suis du sud, je suis de l'est, je suis de l'ouest. Okay? Je suis de l'État, je suis de la Virginie, je suis... So we can have du, de la, de l'apostrophe, and des. Really be careful, because what we did before, we talked about the partitive, which was some. Well, we know, that was for students trying to get the naturalization in French, so, you know, we can say some, du, de la, de l'apostrophe en D. Okay? Je mange du fromage, je mange de la glace, je bois de l'eau, je mange des pâtes. Okay? But here we have another kind of guys like that, but they don't mean some. Okay? Je suis du nord de la France, north of France, so from. So from here, je suis from, I am from, to be from. Okay, I'm going to just say that like that, to be from. And we can say du, de la, okay, de la Virginie, we can say that, de l'état de whatever, okay, and je suis des États-Unis, I'm from the United States of America. So, you see, these guys, they look the same as this one, but they don't mean the same. Depending on the verb we have here, because here obviously I'm eating something, but I'm not specifying the quantity. Okay, so it's a partitive, and here it's from. So there is another one we talked about, is chez. That's at the, basically. It's essentially somebody's place. Okay, je suis. So still talking about to be again, and you remembered how to conjugate to be in the present tense. Je suis chez moi, chez toi, chez elle, chez lui, chez nous, chez vous, chez eux, et chez elle. So I'm home, basically at my house, your house, her house, his house, our house, your house, formal, a group of people, their house, masculine plural, and their house, féminin plural. Je suis chez moi, je suis chez toi, je suis chez elle, je suis chez lui, je suis chez nous, je suis chez vous, je suis chez eux et chez elle. We can specify more. Chez le docteur, doctor's place. It's not necessary. Well, it can be his private place, it can be his home, private home, and it can be also his office. Chez le dentiste, chez le fleuriste, at a shop selling flowers, etc. Okay, so it's at the. But we can also have another at the. It's a mess, So, je suis au restaurant, at the restaurant, and it's masculine, singular. Je suis à la maison, I'm at home, féminin singular. Je suis à l'école, I'm at school. Okay, so we have an apostrophe because the noun starts with a vowel. Et je suis something plural, je suis au something, aux halles, au jardin something, I don't know, I don't have an idea right now, but it's basically the same as here, but it's plural. Okay, so it's plural. It can be masculine, feminine, it doesn't matter here. So at the can be chez, or it can be au, à la, à l'apostrophe, au, with an X, and we don't pronounce the X. So this is what we did here. I summed up in a very organized way. Je suis à la boulangerie. I think I forgot about this one. À la maison, à la boulangerie, etc. Comment tu te sens? How do you feel? So, se sentir is the infinitive form and is to feel. Je me sens bien, je me sens mieux. I feel good and I feel better. If you drop this reflective part, you're going to have another verb, which is to smell. Je sens les fleurs. Okay? I smell flowers. Okay? I smell the flowers in the garden, in my front yard, etc. It smells like flowers here. So, je me sens mieux, I feel better. Je me sens bien, I feel good. If I want to add a negative form, je ne me sens pas bien. So this negative form was going to surround the pronoun and the verb. A pronoun from a reflective verb will never be separated from the verb. So we keep them together. And if we add a negative form, we cannot separate them. Ne pas will surround the pronoun and the verb. I don't feel better. Je ne me sens pas mieux. Je ne me sens pas mieux. Now we talked about mal, to have an ache somewhere. It's painful. It hurts. J'ai mal à la tête. I have a headache. So j'ai mal And here, again, this is why I want you to have this kind of course, because I'm focusing on the pronouns. So, à la, it's not a direction, it's not a location, it's just a body part. So, j'ai mal au bras, masculine singular, arm. J'ai mal à la tête, which is feminine singular. J'ai mal à l'œil, varon, one eye. Et j'ai mal aux yeux. J'ai mal aux yeux, pluriel. Feminine, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. Again, we have the same as here. It's a location here. But I'm talking about the body parts. Okay? So the context, always the context. Now, aux deux bras, hein, if I want the plural. Okay? So, I can use another expression. Hein, j'ai mal. Ma jambe me fait mal. My leg is painful. It's hurting me, etc. Un pied de pied. Un enfant des enfants. It's not the same as in English. One foot, 2 feet. One child, 2 children. Quel jour sommes-nous? Nous sommes le mercredi 28 août. 28 août. Sorry about that. 28 août. So if I want to say it fast, I'm going to say nous sommes le mercredi 28 août. Okay, there is no août. 28 août. Quelle heure est-il? Il est 8h05 ou il est 20h05. So the French, they tend to say good evening after 5 p.m. So il est 20h05, we can say bonsoir after 5 p.m. Il est 8h du soir, il est 5h, il est 4h, etc. Quel temps fait-il? Il fait très très chaud. Maintenant, est-ce que c'est le matin, l'après-midi, le soir ou la nuit? The morning, afternoon, the evening or the night. C'est le soir, parce qu'il est 20h15. À quelle heure manges-tu ton petit déjeuner? Breakfast. What time do you eat your breakfast? Je mange mon petit déjeuner à 6h du matin. À quelle heure manges-tu le déjeuner? We can also say à quelle heure déjeunes-tu? We can say that. Environ 11h ou midi. À quelle heure dînes-tu? Je dîne à 18h. And finally, we did the see you. See you Saturday. À samedi. So we have this kind of preposition here. So à samedi. See you Saturday, à samedi. See you tomorrow, à demain. See you next week, à la semaine prochaine. Again, we have this masculine, singular, masculine, féminine, etc. So, à samedi, à demain, à la semaine prochaine, à tout à l'heure, see you later, à bientôt, see you soon. And we can also say à plus, which is the same. À plus, à bientôt, we don't specify when we're going to see each other again. The kiss. Northern France, 2 kisses. You can alternate between 2, 4, it depends where you are. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can just shake the hands. But if you want to make friends, it's better to follow the flow, I would say. You know, if you're on the south, it will be more, commonly will be 2. On se fait la bise, let's kiss. Okay? So it's a great way for the French to open their doors to you, to become more friendly with you. Salut, hi. Coucou is with friends you really know very well. Hi to your friends. Now the numbers, 70, 78, 73, 76, 80, 88, 94, 99. Switzerland and Belgium is different. Okay? So we did the dialogue here, practice it. Monsieur, sir, messieurs, sirs, madame, madam, mesdames, so madams, mademoiselle, mademoiselle, 2 pronunciations. Okay? So let's stop here. I'll send you the transcript and some exercises. Okay? À très bientôt, on se voit le lundi à 7h du matin. Et passe une bonne semaine et un bon week-end. Au revoir, Amy.